Right. Here we are today in a kitchen, the natural habitat of the rather strange and mysterious creature commonly known as the chef. Typically, within its own territory, there is always only one dominant chef. All other chefs within that area obedient to the leader within that hierarchy. But today, we are particularly lucky to find a rather rare occurrence. Two chefs of equal authority, sharing the same kitchen. As you can see already, both chefs are very aware of each other's potential threat. As an interesting experiment, we decided to see what would happen if we sent into the kitchen an order for food. Both chefs trying to get the order first. The order was for mulligatawny soup, a flavoured soup spiced with curry powder. Due to a head chef's natural propensity to be the boss, will these two chefs attempt to make the soup together or separately? And so it would appear that there is to be no cooperation between these two chefs. The only possible outcome, a culinary head-to-head. So, on your marks, get set, cook! Has occurred. Curry powder, one of the main ingredients to mulligatawny soup, appears to be missing. have already manipulated this situation, we feel it only right to interfere again by providing the missing ingredient in order to facilitate an end result. Finished, and now confident that they each have a good soup, seem to have reconciled their differences. The rivalry has decreased, and they are even happy to share in each other's dish. All that remains is for an independent party to act as judge. Find that although dominance within the kitchen is very important to the chef, it's the food produced that reigns supreme. Join us next week as we examine the fascinating world of the Scout Leader and his obsession with fire.
Okay, we're going to give you some food facts.
Okay. Lemons contain more sugar than strawberries.
To make 1 kilo of honey, bees have to visit 4 million flowers, travelling a distance equal to 4 times round the earth.
Potato crisps were invented by a North American Indian called George Crumb.
There are more than 10,000 varieties of tomato.
During a lifetime, the average person eats about 35 tons of food.
A family of 4 could live for 10 years from the bread produced by 1 acre of wheat.
There are about 100,000 bacteria in 1 litre of drinking water.
Half of the world's population live on the staple diet of rice.
In France, people eat 500 million snails per year.
Ooh. 1.5 billion cups of tea are enjoyed throughout the world every day.
It has been traditional to serve fish with a slice of lemon since olden times, when people believed that the fruit's juice would dissolve any bones if accidentally swallowed.
Talking of fish, 75% of fish caught are eaten. The rest is used to make things such as glue, soap, margarine, fertiliser, and it goes in my tropical fish food as well if anybody's interested.
The first breakfast cereal ever produced was shredded wheat.
Carrots have 0 fat content.
Carrots were originally purple in colour, changing in the 17th century to orange with newer varieties.
And carrots were first cultivated in Afghanistan in the 7th century, and they started with the yellow flesh and purple exterior.
Celery requires more calories to eat and digest than it contains.
And here's a topical one. Chocolate is the #1 foodstuff flavour in the world, beating both vanilla and banana.
Peanuts are one of the ingredients in dynamite.
And did you know that Native Americans never actually ate turkey? Killing such a timid bird was thought to indicate laziness.
One last one, while we're on the subject of Americans. Americans eat about 18 billion hot dogs a year.
Well, there's a few food facts for you. And now, if we could present the guilty chef.
Interview commences March 28th, 5 p.m. I'm DC James, this is DC Smith. For the record, could I have your name, occupation and place of work?
My name is Lance Warprall. I'm the head chef at the Prince of Wales in Sandhurst.
Okay, Lance, would you mind telling me where you were on March 21st?
Well, that would have been Wednesday, so chef's special would be... Ooh, I'd have been in my kitchen doing leek and potato soup till about 1 o'clock in the morning.
I remind you, Lance, you are still under caution. Note for the record, the accused freely admits to being at the Prince of Wales in Sandhurst on the date the crime was committed.
Caught with smoking gun in hand, you could say.
Smoking gun? What's all this about? What are you talking about? I haven't done anything wrong.
Don't come innocent with us, sunshine. We've got you bang to rights.
Bang to rights indeed. Do you mind telling me what you were doing on the 21st?
Well, that would have been a Wednesday night, so the chef's special, like I said, would have been leek and potato soup, followed by... What would it be? Followed by beef Wellington, and then ice cream to follow that.
Ice cream, eh? Are you sure about that?
Oh, well, on a Wednesday, it's ice cream or treacle pudding, yeah.
There it is. So you freely admit to serving treacle pudding.
Well, yeah, I told you, every Wednesday it's ice cream or treacle pudding.
Are you telling me you've done this more than once?
Well, of course, every Wednesday I do the same thing. I've been doing this for years. Every Wednesday I do ice cream and treacle pudding.
Forget about the ice cream, Lance. It's treacle pudding we're interested in.
What's wrong with treacle pudding?
Are you aware of how much sugar is in treacle pudding, Lance?
Well, quite a lot, I imagine. But what's wrong with that?
Jonesy, I'm going to kill him!
Take it easy, Smith. We don't want him getting away with a police brutality charge.
Sorry, you're right. It's just that I find it hard to take. People like you are scum.
Let me get this straight for the record. You've been serving treacle puddings in your establishment for how long?
Well, it's hard to say really. I've been doing it, I've been a chef for years, so the menu changed at the beginning of the year. We've been doing it, so I guess about for 3 months. But, well, yeah, about 3 months, I guess.
Is there anything else we should know about?
Well, what do you mean?
We mean, what else have you been serving up besides treacle pudding?
Well, on a Monday, it's fish stew, followed by lamb, and then...
Forget about your lamb and your fish stew, Lance. It's the pudding we're interested in.
Yes, Lance, the puddings.
I do on a Monday. I do an egg custard tart. On Tuesday, it's creamy rice pudding. On Wednesday, like I said, ice cream or treacle tart. Thursday, that's bread and butter pudding. Friday is spotted dick. Saturday, that's sticky toffee pudding. And then on a Sunday, that's a bit of a speciality. I do profiteroles on a Sunday.
Are you actually telling me that you cook these puddings in your establishment?
Well, of course, I'm a chef, aren't I? I don't have any of that freezer rubbish in my restaurant.
So not only have you been selling puddings, but you've been manufacturing them as well?
Well, I prefer to use the term creating rather than that, but yeah, that's what I do.
Jackpot.
Jackpot.
So, you've been serving a different pudding every day since when exactly?
Well, the menu changes every quarter, but I've been doing it for years. I can't say exactly.
Have you got no moral compass whatsoever, man?
Is there something wrong with you two?
Something.
Unbelievable.
Something wrong with us? Unbelievable. Not only are you cooking up and dealing in puddings, but you have no qualms about it either.
It's not against the law.
Not against the law.
Are you aware puddings are one of the most addictive substances known to man?
Have you any idea how many cases of diabetes are diagnosed in this country due to puddings?
Heart attacks,
Puddings.
ever increasing waistlines,
Puddings.
high blood pressure,
Puddings.
obesity,
Puddings.
gallbladder,
Puddings.
liver
Sorry.
disease. The list just
Done that
goes,
one again.
the list just goes on and on. And you say it's not against the law.
People like you should be locked up and have their key thrown away. I suppose the one thing you've got going in your favour that you're not dealing to children.
Ah. Well, on a Sunday we have this kind of special all-you-can-eat menu for kids. It's only $3.75.
Right, that's it.
All right, Smithy, I think we've got enough here.
You're going away for a long time, Lance. I'm going to get the chief. I need some fresh air. I can't stomach this guy anymore.
You're lucky it's the army that wants you, and not us. Suppose I don't think they're going to go any easier on you than we would.
What's the army got to do with it?
Shut it, scumbag.
Who's this?
This is Lance Corporal, head chef, Prince of Wales Sandhurst Guard.
I asked you to apprehend and question a Lance Corporal Hef from the Prince of Wales Regiment Sandhurst. He's wanted as a deserter.
Well, at least we've got the last bit, right? That's it. A big thank you to this man. We've been done, I know you may not realise, but we have actually been rehearsing this. But thank you very much. We've
Written and
thoroughly
directed.
enjoyed it. Yeah, written and directed.
A big thank you to Ollie, because if it hadn't been for Ollie, none of this would have happened. So, well done.
Okay, so now it's the desserts, I believe.